Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. I was messaging someone last night, a neighbor in my hometown, and he would like some cedar. Apparently, he has gone to my stand several times last year, getting firewood, and was wondering if I sold cords of wood. I told him no, I don't. What I have is available is an ICB tote or cage of cedar chunks or fir chunks, and he wants cedar, and I told him that's fine. So I messaged, and then within that messaging last night, I told him that I would for sure check the chunks to make sure that they are good to go, just to confirm. You know, it's always good to confirm, even though they've been covered, they've been cut, they've been split and covered since this past summer, so it's always good to confirm. So I'm gonna take my trusty meter here and test a few. So I'm gonna cover here. So I'm gonna test a few on the outside. That's 15 right there. That's 17. Let's go in here. If you can see, 17. This one here, 16. Let's see here if I can probe. 16. So all of those within my 2% rule are still burnable. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to put that cage into my truck, and we're going to start loading chunks, and then I'll give him an ETA. I will start loading. So I will tell him when I'm starting to load, and then I will, when I'm done, before I cover it with the mesh tarp, I'll send a picture to him saying that this is your load, and then I'll send it to him so he knows what he's getting into, and then I'll tarp it off, and then we will head his way. I'll message him asking him if it's okay to film on his property. Hopefully he'll say yes. I don't need to know or have his face on there or his house, just like me unloading. Hopefully that will go well. And so yeah, let's get into it. unloading. It took quite a while because of where the wood was situated. It's been coming from this load here. I am kind of like a bulk food storage where you take from the bottom, it all comes from the top. So I got most of this bin emptied. You can see through the slats of the pallet wood. The thing is, like right here was where two tarps came together and the water came down when I moved them, and some of these pieces here either got wet or are wet from the tarp coming together. So I didn't want to give him wet wood, obviously. So, but some of the wood that's just on the surface got wet. It should be fine in terms of it drying out for him to burn. But that bin's almost empty, which is great. I think I have one or two more. But yeah, this is the load ready to go. I wanted to mention, if you do use these ICP totes, and I like to use this mesh tarps to kind of cover it, make sure that it's all safe. The tarp is from Harbor Freight. I forget the dimensions, but definitely a good value. And these ratchet straps, also from Harbor Freight. I'm not sponsored by them, just wanted to let you know they fit around the entire cage. Before I used to have the ratchet straps that were orange, and I know it was just short enough, so I had to use two of them. But these orange and black ones are long enough to go around the entire cage, so you only use one. So that's good. Anyway, side note, let's get on the road. So I'm filming while I'm driving to where I'm being safe. I just wanted to confirm the wood that is being delivered is the cedar chunks, and that has come from my cedar guy. He's the one that will carve those statues that you see at the state or county fairs out of cedar, carved like eagles or Bigfoot or something like that. At statues, and whatever left over he'll just accumulate, and worth it for him to travel to load it into his dump trailer, travel to the next town, which is my town, and dump it at my place for free. So he's done that for several years. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a repeat of what I told you before in previous videos, but I actually told him, like, look, I do sell some of your wood, so I just want to let you know, like, just to be transparent in case he got wind of it or saw my ads on Marketplace. He's like, you know what, Travis, if you can find a market or sell it and make a buck off the wood, that's totally fine by me. So that's what I've been doing, just so he's aware. It was not required for me to tell him that, but I just wanted to be transparent in case he got mad at me, or yeah. One more thing I wanted to say while I'm driving to this house, it's not very far away, is I was contemplating or thinking about if dealing with these cedar chunks and scrap pieces for my cedar guy, if it's worth the hassle, having to sort through it, to split the big chunks into smaller ones, bucking up the bigger logs that he gives me, etc. Having just to fuss with it, having to sort it, all that, because that does take time. But then again, the wood is free. It's being delivered to my house. I mean, you can't beat that. And this load, I explained to the customer, it's one cage loosely thrown in and heaped for $90 plus delivery. So that's free money. Yes, it took time for me to sort it, to split it, stack it, make sure that it was dry. And cedar does dry fast, because it's a very soft wood, right? But I think it's money in the bank. Like, it's a no-brainer to spend whatever time it takes, not too long, to organize, process, stack, etc. the wood, and then sell it. Like, I feel in that and having to throw it in loose as opposed to stack. I mean, these chunks, you can't really stack it. It's almost impossible. Yes, I can take some time, but to be transparent, saying I'm going to throw it in loosely, just tossed in there, and then cover it and have it be heaped, so the customer knows what they're getting. And you saw me take a quick video of the load and send it to the customer, so they are aware of what they're getting, and that's their load specifically stacked and loaded in the vehicle, ready to go for them. It's not other some random picture or load, whatever. It's for them. This is their wood that they are getting, that they requested, that they ordered. So I feel that it's still money in the bank to do this, to sell this scrap cedar. And again, I think I mentioned before in a previous video or so that I will no longer, for my larger quantities of wood, I am no longer gonna be doing pickup. It's all gonna be delivery. I don't want anyone in my backyard. Yes, I've had people on some of the Facebook groups for firewood tell me that, I mean, as long as you don't have gold bars in your backyard, that's fine. Well, yes, I don't have that, but I just don't want people knowing like what I have in my backyard. Not that I'm storing anything that's like of like high value, just I'd rather have people not be back there. That, and I don't want them messing up my grass. I mean, yes, I drive on my backyard, and I have other people who are delivering wood to me, and they drive on my backyard, but to limit the amount of people who do that. So yeah, so I think it's still worth my time to deliver this type of wood. It's just cash money in my pocket. So let's deliver this load, and then I'll get back at you. There's wood. It's like molding on the outside. Just using like really crappy material just to throw them up and then sell them. And sadly, I didn't want to talk.
Right over there.
Where it's fine. Okay.
Good. It's fine, yeah.
I tried to heat as much as I could for you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've really been pretty happy. I frequent your stand quite often.
Oh, good, man. I appreciate that.
And this year, and I've been really happy with the quality of wood from you. So that's cool.
I don't want to sell junk wood. I don't want to sell wood that's not seasoned. And I do test it often, because I do have people come to me that have bought wood before from people, and it's unseasoned, or it's like molded, or like just crap wood that you don't want to spend money on. You get it and you have to pay for it, and then you get it, but you can't really burn it. To wait for a few months, or it's not good heat, etc. So yeah, I usually people come and I see what's missing, so I'm always hoping that there's money in the box, or Venmo is on my phone. There's always that fear.
Right, fear, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do have snubbed a few times this year, but back from my delivery, cage is put away, cedar is covered again. I need to alter how I'm covering in that so it dries out. But as I was getting my cage to load the truck over here, I noticed that the maple that I stacked, part of it fell down. I don't know what happened. I think it's because I tried to brace down there with a rock to make it level. And I think that this is tilting this way enough for that to fall down. So now I have to re-stack that, and then probably put like a 1x4 across to kind of hold it in. Like I try to keep, I mean, the yard is not level, so it's hard to keep the wood with my pallet racks. Yeah, so you see how it's tilted on the base there, it's tuned that way. It's one more thing to do. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you like this type of content with me delivering loads. I hope the footage of me of the offload came out. I forgot my stick for my GoPro, but yeah, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.